Hello, everybody. Welcome, everyone, to Thursday stream. My brain is fried today. It's been one of those. Also, yes, I did just, in fact, snap. Also, I'm sorry, what's this about me, not acting on stuff? And me being a dum-dum? I've seen the comments. Also, by the way, I just want to point out, I'm aware of the Steam gifts. I just haven't done anything with it yet. I have to look it over. Also, by the way, Ryder's PC, I think he still has a working Steam account, but listen, to quote Gabe earlier, it very much, to my knowledge, has gotten despaired. It is cooked. To my knowledge. Ryder, correct me if I'm wrong on that. What are you doing?
I'm going to tell you that you need to check your soul.
What?
Because I've stolen it!
Ow! It's the wrong segment to make shoe jokes. This is not Guilty as Sock. What's his size? I think it's about
12.
I think it's 12 and a half, personally. It's 12 and a half. Might be 13. Depends on the shoe. Camera shake, that's his dad bumping the camera. Don't worry, I don't have camera shake turned on IRL. Did not see what you said, though. I did not see what you said. I do remember Smash Melee. I was too young to have an actual main back then. I didn't play that good back when I was a kid. Because I played Melee back when I was a kid. Hey, oh, wait a minute. I remember this message. Jacob does have specific camera settings. He currently has no plans on changing them. I remember this. You know, well, this is from Rocket League. I probably need to turn that off. I probably would do Yoshi and Ganondorf, to be honest, just for fun. I'd probably play a lot of the characters, but I wouldn't. If I were to play Melee today, I wouldn't do it for meta. I'd do it just because I play that one for fun. What the heck was that command? I don't even remember what command this was. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna boop. We're gonna turn that off. Settings auto reply. We're gonna turn that off. Because that's like dead. Also though, sassy. It is either hacking or desync. Really hard to say. Really hard to say. Could be desync, could be hacking. It's really hard to tell. Mario Kart has both of those things. Also, by the way, a little warning with the segment in case the scary warning didn't already give you that hint. So this is a mature rated game for a reason. If you cannot handle stuff like Andor, or maybe like My Hero Late Season or My Hero Vigilantes, probably not a good segment for you. I also saw some people talking about depression in this game. Might have some depictions of some of those things. So, to quote Loki, this is either going to make you feel a whole lot better or a whole lot worse. Although, I'll be honest, in this run, I don't think we're going to have a lot of that. Because our character's very happy. And, honestly, we're going to die to something stupid before we even have a chance for any of that to happen. So we're mostly going to see it in lore dialogue. Also, if you've seen the latest Invincible stuff, like from that one, yeah, this is like a huge step down from that, to my knowledge. So should be fine. You should someone your Guilty as Sock artwork? Oh no! Look at my lawyer! I'm going to jail! That is a very audacious comment. But also really funny. Also, I'm gonna be honest, you've been screwed like twice in Guilty as Sock. I just want to point out, like, between jury fraud and, like, throwing judges, like, You kind of got, I'm going to be honest, you got screwed in some of those guilty as sock cases. Like, some of those were just genuinely unwinnable cases. Because ding-dongs. That's the fun part of guilty as sock, though, is that's a major X factor. I was bulldogging that one case. Speaking of Jackson and XP characters. Yeah, I was bulldogging really hard as a prosecutor, and the judge at the time was doing nothing to stop me from being a bulldog, so to speak. So let me give you a rundown of the lore of this game real quick. Basically, hey look, another game with an unethical company. If you're familiar with like games like Lethal Company, where basically they unethically created experimental creatures, like this one on the title screen. And basically, the company did an oopsie and sent an important piece of equipment to a gray planet. This one. Or they sent other garbage, and accidentally sent an important piece of tech along with it. So our job is to recover it. Except it's not, because this game's in a demo phase. And we're doing an infinite run. So basically our goal is to just get down as far as possible in these cave systems. And hope to God we make it as far as we can before we just die to something dumb. Much like Lethal Company. This is if you've never seen this game before, this is basically if Terraria and what was the other game I compared this to a lot? It's very Terraria Cave Story like, and like mixed with Lethal Company, except more brutal, and it also has a hint of The Sims in terms of the stat management and like medical management. We're gonna have to, by the way, I got gifted, by the way, thank you, Andrew, for gifting Super Battle Golf to not only me, I think he did it to all the cloud PCs. I have to check. He might have done it to the cloud PCs. He did. We still need to, at some point, do, like, Peak. I need to do Peak at some point. The only problem with that is I got gifted that. Oh, that's awkward now, because, circumstances. Man, if I had an awkward every time I've been gifted stuff and then things went sour with said individual, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not a lot. Weird that it's happened twice in my entire career. I did like Subspace Emissary on Brawl. I did like that one. My current favorite is probably between Ultimate. I think 64 is a classic for me. I do like Melee though a lot when I played it. Brawl's single player was really good. Oh yeah, by the way, I need to. Oh, before I go on about Smash Bros. Here, I'm 64. Okay, listen. I'm old enough to play Nintendo. Have played Nintendo 64 on actual hardware. So I guess yesn't. Oh yeah, by the way, a couple things. This is Vanilla Plus. There's a list of all my settings, including what, like, the QOL settings I'm using. I am rocking the QOL mod with some things turned off. This is very much Vanilla Plus. I also have a custom mod I'm running that allows me to configure the time limit, because I found 1 hour was, for a casual, very casual play that I'm doing, a little too low. But I also found infinite time was too much. You know what's really funny? I've thought about bringing back Lethal. It's actually in the back of my mind. It would take some logistical issue. There are some logistics with doing that, though. But if you want that mod in question, the one that lets you change the time limit, for this game, I have no idea whether it's just an instant turret going off, but that's fine. I did. I remember Pokey Floats. I remember Pokey Floats. I remember that map. I'm just gonna open the preview on a... Can I open a windowed projector, or is that not an option? New window. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna slow the game down for a second. We're just gonna slow the speed down.
You gonna give me a chance? Alright, I'll take it. Yeah. Yes, I can. Alright, love you.
Who the hell starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
You know what Jesus said to the disciple that was having trouble?
What's that?
Count my sheep.
What? Did you take your extra dad pills today? I think you might have. Oh my goodness. It's something.
Count my sheep.
Guys, you hear this?
That's an original.
Also, a spoonful of salt or a pure citric acid. I'm going to take the salt. Mostly because I kind of already do that. At the end of the screen, is that already on there? Is that good? No, it seems fine. Oh, no, I use lime powder. I can handle sour, but the problem is pure citric acid would probably screw me up. Also, something blew up down there. What the frick? Okay, I gotta figure out what the heck is going on in this run. I have all kinds of stuff. Oh, that's right. It doesn't have a mag. We have a rifle. We found a titanium pickaxe, which is really hard to get in this game, and it's really luck-based that we have that. We have a claw pack, emergency light, which I think... Don't we have the full flashlight now? I thought... My inventory is a mess. What the frick is my inventory right now? This is a disaster. Medical bag, that's a permanent knife. Pickaxe for... Oh yeah, flashlight. I don't know why. I need to move that. Like, not there. We just put that on the belt. And just, like, take this... Let's just move that. I want the flashlight on there. I was holding the lollipop like that. People were commenting specifically on my the way I was holding the lollipop in particular. It's a weird spawn. Okay, so we're in the desert. There was a turret, which concerns me. I think it might have blown up or a landmine. Okay, so we're gonna have to make liquid in there, just miscellaneous crap. Oh, you're going to play Deadlock? Makes sense. And listen, I don't smoke, so... Which is the ironic part. I don't even remotely smoke. Do I need a wood cube? I also do not. I don't really need a wood cube right now. I don't think. Do I need a wood cube? I don't think I do. We can just get wood anywhere. I don't think we need a wood cube. Putting the blood thinner in there. I don't have a use for that. Or the antidepressants. I need to, like, figure out my bearings. I need to like, an objective. I guess food would be the goal here. And maybe, like, inventory management. Like, we are very over-encumbered. So I guess that would be next. I would. You know, I thought about doing that with Mario 6 with Smash 64 actually, and there's a big mod for it right now too. So there's like a huge mod for that game. Oh yeah, by the way, hey, fair warning, this game has loud sounds. It has nothing to do with Smash Bros. But loud audio warning. This game has some really unexpectedly loud sounds at points. So just keep that in mind. That will occasionally be a thing that will happen from time to time. So just watch out for that. I'm gonna just go for one of these. There's a bear trap. That's not even worth going out of the way to go up there. Is that a landmine or a wall turret that blew up there? I think that was a weird spawn. That was a little terrifying. Sounds are having a little bit of glitching for some reason. I don't know why that is. Yeah. Also, by the way, I'm enjoying since I've been cheating on like different foods today, or with different foods today, like the chocolate from like Iceland. I'm very much pulling out the last bit of Diet Coke you sent me memes. I'm drinking that as I speak. I have no plans on doing any of that again for some time. I think I might need to eat and drink some food here. Like, that might be a thing I have to do in a second. Is that... Oh, that's a second ice pack. Oh, I kind of want to have that. Makeshift LRD recipe. Okay. Tourniquet. Do we have a tourniquet? Do we have a tourniquet? In, like, the medical backpack? We do not have a tourniquet. That might be better than the... Oh, frick. I'm gonna get rid of, like, the... How much is that weigh? 0.4. We're gonna get rid of this. And maybe something else. Like, I might get rid of the antidepressants over the tourniquet. Unless there's another place I can put this. No, I cannot. I don't really want to give this stuff up. I'd much rather have, like, the extra ice pack, too. I don't think we need more than one, to be honest. We don't really need more than one. But I would much rather have that tourniquet, because that's going to be good if we get injured. Like, and I temporarily just need to, like, deal with it. If they add Smash Melee, I mean, it's not like I can not play the game now. I mean, it's playing the game is still very much an option, even with whether Nintendo officially does it or not, whether they like it or not. Although adding it to NSO would be cool, I doubt Nintendo would want to do that, just, you know, knowing how stubborn they are about things. Do we have any clean water on our person? Oh, we have food. Oh, we have equivalent. We have equivalent to that. 1 bottle iced tea. Or a little sickly from that. So might want to watch how much of that I drink. A lot of crap in here. I didn't even realize how much crap I have in here. Because we know how I feel about fences, though. Oh, I see that down there. That's a launch pad. There's a bear trap over there, too. I don't think that's worth even breaking into. No, it is in fact not. That is... red... Wait, that's red blood. Oh, frick, that's red blood. That's like human DNA. Well, hold on, frick. That's kind of that kind of changes things. Hold on, we got like this guy. Hold on, put that in the bottle. We're just gonna put the red blood in there. Oop. And that just let us go in there. We can't use the rest of that blood, but that's not enough. But we were able to actually get in here because we found that in a barrel. That's kind of weird. The light stream interface for myself. I cannot see my stream interface. I need to pull that up. There we go. Boom, blue. That's... Gosh darn it, I gotta figure out something with my inventory management. That's a little problematic. I still haven't even had the opportunity to use my new flashlight yet. We still have that emergency one. Because all the rose lights in this biome are going to be like really good for that. What is that? Another fanny pack. Oh, that might be worth actually transferring stuff to. Wait, no, it's not. Wait, no, it's is it? Eh, it might be. Because then we can just get rid of this one. It's like 96%. Oh, frick. Wait, can I fit another? Guys, I have 2 other fanny packs in here, too. How many are we going to collect this run? Foliage meal. Oh, it's food. Oh, that's a huge find. Getting a little sick from the iced tea, but that's okay. It tastes good. Can we store the apple juice? That might be too much to store in that bag, unless I like offload something. Can we? I'd rather not carry the food. I'd rather either just hold on to that myself, or just, you know, I'd rather maybe just carry something else. I'd rather have clean water in a desert biome. I haven't even checked this yet. That's a bone welder. Energy drink. I don't think those are worth it. Don't we already have that? Yeah, we have a bone welding tool already. We already have this one. We don't need another one. I don't know if I want to take an energy drink. But we have room for it, nor do I really care to take one. Ooh, that we got really sick from that. That foliage meal. I don't think that foliage meal was the greatest food in the world. Oh, that's a launch pad and a cactus and another launch pad. How's a survivor in here? Holy crap. Okay, let's get the pig. One thing in this game you gotta be careful with, glass. Because you can step on shards if you're not careful, which is not fun. Might need you to move, good sir. Block free. Wow. That's good. That's important. This guy oh, frick. Okay, Milky has a lot of really important stuff. That is a neural booster. That might be important. I'm gonna have to offload something. Because that's important. I gotta figure out what we're selling here, because there's like a lot at stake there now. We could probably sell multiple sterilized dressings, because we can make those, I think. Let me see what I have here. Oh, we can sell multiple of these. I don't think we're gonna need both of these. Easy sells right there. Easy sells. Okay. What else do we have here we can get rid of? We gotta hawk some stuff. Honestly, we don't need the mind wipe. We don't need the mind wipe. If we buy a neural booster from him, we don't need the mind wipe. We can still get, like... I don't think we can get the rifle mag. We can get the sneakers, though. And the hat. We're just gonna sleep. Because our character's tired. He's a little tired. Alright. We're gonna use the neural booster. We can never use this again unless I want to go blind. In case, by the way, you don't know, that is probably one of the rarest items in the entire game that we just found. It's like if a Helldiver stim was permanent. So it basically just makes everything better. We're more resistant to everything. We can have better movement, jump abilities. Like, reduction to fall damage. It's just, this is the thing you want. This is what you want to find. Need lots of water, too. We're gonna drink lots of water. Cool. We're gonna set the cold for a minute. And get out. I cannot believe we found a freaking neural booster. Is that a battery charging station, too? Okay. How do I make... We need a medium battery. Oh, we can make that right now. We need a plastic. Take apart some of the stuff in here. He won't mind this junk. As long as we don't break his light bulb. He'll not be happy. Scav will not be happy if we break his light bulb. But as long as we can make like a medium battery, yeah, boom. We can charge like I don't know if it's worth breaking into though. Like that's the only problem. I don't think it's worth like I don't think it's worth I don't know if it's worth getting into there unless there's an easy way in. Because the problem is I don't have a lot of batteries or things that need batteries right now, except for this. There's like I have one single extra battery right now. Unless I just want to get the MP3 player, which I don't think is worth just that. Yeah, the game music choices are like that sometimes, which is just the nice thing is you can customize it though. Or just, you know, in the new updates you can just straight up choose which ones you want now. Like to play guaranteed. When you're selecting the stage at least. The only change I did not like with the music stuff they did in Smash Bros. Ultimate, like the one thing I really don't like that they did with it was they made it where Final Destination can have any music from the entire game. Good. It's a good change, except for the fact that it also affects the random playlist for it, which is not good, in my opinion. That was a really questionable choice. There's no easy way to get in there. Wait. I have an idea, though. Oh, that neural booster is going mental. Holy crap. Yeah, so that neural booster made a huge difference in my mobility options. Holy crap. I can't believe I can't believe Milky just had it. Like one of the rarest items in the game. He just happens to have it. There's no landmines over here, right? I'm not gonna get blown up if I try to go for that? No, okay. I think they're both... I think they're just different. I think they're both good songs. I think they're just different. Now, I will say, I like having some of the Melee-style music play during the Melee stages. Okay, I'm lucky there were some nearby traps. We can just get in here really quickly. I like both. I do like the DK rap. The DK rap is a classic, though. Like the Melee version. It is a classic. But it's very hard to deny that. I think both are good in their own way, though. I think the modern DK stages are good for that, though. For that particular song. Granted, I grew up on the older games, though, so that might be why I have a bias towards some of the older like Melee music. Like, Melee was ahead of its... I will say this. Melee was ahead of its time with its soundtrack. Like, holy cow. Like, it is aged beautifully for something that came out in, like, 2000. Which, nah, I'm starting to feel a little older now. I need to play. I do need to honestly play some of the older Smash Bros. Games. I'm gonna turn my auto zoom goggles on. We're gonna put the battery in that now, which lets me do this. Marth is considered really good in Melee. Marth's considered really good. Obviously not like Fox. Obviously, I think is like the meta in that game, more or less. But then again, I guess it doesn't really matter though, because I've seen high-level player, like there's a high-level Yoshi player who's like crazy. I don't know. I like the Japanese voices. I don't mind the Japanese voices. Although I will say I also watch One Piece dubbed, not dubbed. I watch it subbed with Hannah, like the actual Japanese version. So I might have a little bias. Also, I did that with Tears of the Kingdom now too. So I might not be the best person to talk about that, but still. Do I want to make another medium battery while I'm in here? How many small batteries do I have? I have 3. I might honestly want to make a another medium battery. Just for the long term, I think a medium battery would be a little more valuable than the smalls. Okay. Cool. Well, now we can just burn out our emergency light, and it doesn't matter anymore. Now, I just gotta focus on, like, maybe making food for the future, and going down. I know people are telling me pemmican's a really good one to make, but that requires a lot of work to get the sources for that. Oh. Okay, we're just gonna let that earthquake ride out real quick. I don't feel like going down while this is happening. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't understand it, but like... What just happened? Oh, frick, well, my bags broke. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, crap. Hold on. One of my bags just broke. I am very actually lucky that held me up for a second there, because that would have been really, really bad, potentially. Holy crap. I need to pay attention to my bag durabilities here, because that was not great. I need to start paying attention to that, because I do not want that happening. In, like, the long term, that could be an absolute nightmare. I feel like, I don't know, I'm almost tempted to have my pickaxe out all the time, because there are enemies that can sometimes spawn. Not liking the I'm seeing with the oil pipe. I think my next goal at this point is we need food. Like, we need some kind of food to start making. Pemmican's cheap, and it gives a lot of food, I heard, but that's a really hard item to make. I think, ironically, baguette might be easier if we're not too concerned with durability. Are you guys playing a game? Because I otherwise don't know why you'd be yelling at him to get back in there. They had some crazy stuff. There a lot of things in Melee were broken. That's the beauty of Melee. A lot of things were broken. That's what made it fun. I think that's what still makes it fun today. Nutrient bar, produce, bats. Easier to make, but I think it's much better. The problem is I don't see any bread, so we just gotta, like, look for loot. I think that's gonna be our key right now. Also, I want to make... We could start working on making a juice. We have a hammer tool, so we could make juice. Be cheap. Yeah, we can make produce juice. Mushrooms count as produce in this biome, so you can consider that produce. That's another charging station. I just need somewhere to put it. Oh wait, just put it in the with the apple juice. Mix it in. Party's over. It's a relatable feeling. This game does have apple juice that you can find. It's a good question. I think we left that drink in repo. Bat. Oh. Oh, that's kind of free. How do I get to it, though? I don't think that's worth getting to. Maybe. Hold on, let me see. Oh, that's gonna be a pain in the butt to get to, though. I don't think that's worth... Oh, that might be worth it, though. Wouldn't I have to carry it? Wouldn't I have to lug that around, though? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, frick. Oh. Okay, and just gonna hit me in the head. How about... Oh. Okay, this is gonna hurt a little bit. We're just gonna disinfect that. Frick, that's... fun. We're gonna fix the pain too. We're gonna take care of that because we're having a little trouble. Where's the medical bag? Fentanyl. Yeah, we're just gonna put a tiny bit of that in my arm. Oop, that was a little more than I bargained for, but that's okay. That'll fix that. Well, that was not at all what I had wanted. No, we do not. That's why I used like a tiny percentage of it. To quote the game, it's 100% stronger than morphine. What was the purpose of Mr. Game & Watch? It was not to pass the butter. Do I have to actually get in there to get the soup? I don't think that's worth soup. Holy crap. Okay, that might be worth going for, though. That's a shotgun. Oh, wait, do we already have a rifle? We could... Oh, frick. Do we have a 12-gauge box? I don't think we have 12-gauge. That's a shotgun, though. That might actually be worth going for. This is known as an experiment, or an XP, as he's called. So he's like... According to the lore, he's mixed with, like, these creatures are, what is it? Human DNA mixed with, like, fox and rat. Except the game also refers to these guys as canine-like creatures, so it's a little mixed. The lore is a little mixed about it, it seems. No, also poor Jackson indeed. Oh, because that was a nasty fall. No, that's one of the beauties of this game, honestly. Can I actually grab this? I don't have to actually dig for this. I now have a rifle and a shotgun, which is this even loaded? This is not even loaded though, unfortunately. The problem is, you know what the problem is here though, is I don't have ammunition for like Oh, I think I just stepped on glass. I'm so lucky I have shoes on. Can I... Actually, can I make rounds? I can make casing. What is it? Round. We can make the... what is it? Can we make the other... Is it called buckshot? We could... I got a tough choice here. Do I take the shotgun or the assault rifle in the long term? I might honestly... I'm kind of tempted to go with the, I might honestly go with the, Let's make some flammable powder out of the stone fruit that happens to conveniently be right in this vicinity. And then I'm just gonna make casing. I think we have casing. We can make casing out of, like, the scrap panel. Oh, we need plastic. We need plastic to make that, though. We'll just put that stuff away for now. The shotgun's kind of close range-ish, but it's really strong when it works. I think assault rifle might technically be better, because it's easier to reload and it uses magazines, but... At the same time, I kind of think the shotgun's more fun to use. I gotta be really careful how close I get to that cactus. Because my mouth, I had something in my mouth. If your character has something, in their mouth, they actually talk as if their mouth is full, which is really funny. Why are there so many battery charge stations? I think a lot of the characters were at least fun in Melee. Oh my goodness. The only thing with the desert biome I don't like is that there's not a lot of water sometimes. Which, it's a desert, so, you know, it's gonna happen. That's where the cacti... Despite the pain factor, that's where these come in handy. I don't think that's worth going for. There's no traps nearby either. We could just go straight down, though. Oh, man, it's a shame. There's actually a lot of... Wait. Oh, that's free. Oh, wait, that's free. Frick, that's free. That is free. Oh, we're burning up. Holy cow. I'm seeing exposed weird terrain gen there, so we can just break through there. Oh, we're tired? I need to not be tired. Let's drink some coffee or something. I need to not be tired right now. I want to, like, not be tired for a minute. We now have an empty cup. Let's just start a fire right here. Is there free wood scraps right here? We can just start one and we can like clean water and stuff later if we're lucky. Alright. I think I'm gonna need the pickaxe for this. We just get through that concrete. And we're in. Also, we can make the shotgun case. We can make the shotgun rounds now. I only have one place I'm going to put these. Outside of in the gun. We're going to put that in the fanny pack. That's where these shells are going to go. We gotta find a way to pay. These are just... That's a little unfortunate. But other than that... Oh, frick. We need flammable powder. We can make some of the ingredients at least. But we need... I forgot. We need flammable powder. I forgot. We need the flammable powder in order to make it. I should have brought some extra flammable powder. That would have been a smart choice. Coffee makes you never understood coffee makes you hyper. I don't have that issue as much either. I think if you're young, I could see that being a thing. Like if you're younger. But when you get older, nah, not as much. At least what I find. That might, by the way, that varies from person to person. Also, I come from a huge coffee family, so, like, of coffee drinkers, so take that what you will. Also, I gotta harvest the light bulbs. These are free batteries. Just never put the light bulbs in your mouth. I learned that the hard way. Not even just for, like, a second. I suppose I'm stupid. I have a bandolier. I should put the 12 gauge rounds on the bandolier, where the ammo goes. Did you get gifted too, Sai? Andrew went crazy on that one. We're gonna have to try it. We're gonna have to try Super Battle Golf. Sleep pills. Don't even know if we can... Oh, we can hold that. That's insanely valid. And really nice of you, by the way, mind you. Okay, so we have 3 shots in this. It's not significant, but it's good enough. So we have a new problem. We're out of food and water. To my knowledge, we do not have any more. We do not have any more water. That's a problem. I guess we have coffee. That doesn't really count as water, though. So we're gonna have to get a move on so we can... I think I need to get rid of some stuff. I think we need to get rid of the rifle. I think I need to get rid of the rifle. Hate to say it. Although I would like having both, but I don't know if I have room. That's the problem. I guess I could just hold on to it for now. Whoa. Hate to say, I might, I don't know. The problem is this thing is really heavy. It's like a lot of units. It just takes up a lot of space. I would complain about the money. What about me complaining about money? Oh yeah, well people have a problem with not asking me before they spend money. That has been a problem for a long time. I have been gifted games before, including times there have been strings attached. This is not my first rodeo. Uh-oh. Well, that's kind of unfortunate timing for an earthquake. Let me get my produce juice in my bottle. Frick. Ruling crystal, so a lot of movement options. Also, I'm gonna go back. Can I go back up? I kind of want to take advantage of my campfire that's there. We can make some processed or refined juice. Not like the bad kind of process, though. Getting up there is going to be a big pain in the butt. Oh, there we go. Refined juice. Tastes good. Should be more nutritionally valuable. A little bit. That might be the only form of food and water we get for a while. Jackson's doing good. We had a little fall earlier, but he tanked it just fine. In the description, well, you see, I noticed a trend, guys. I play games, characters that are quote-unquote expendable, or at least considered expendable. Let's see. Helldivers, check. Actual Helldivers, check. Literal Helldivers, check. Semi-bots, check. Lethal Company employees, check. XPs, also check. If I had a nickel for every game ever. Wait, so by that logic, so that means Mario, Super Mario and Sonic are considered expendable? Well, I mean, but by that logic, you're saying that plumbers are expendable. And superheroes. Oh, frick! Oh, frick! Okay. Oh, I think we're bleeding just a little. Could you get out of here? Oh, how bad are... Oh. Frick. Tourniquet, tourniquet, tourniquet. Where's my tourniquet? Okay. Where's the medical bag? Where's the medical bag? The tiny hint of that. While I deal with this. Okay. Where's my sterilized bandage? Frick. We're just gonna cut off circulation of that for a minute. Yeah, he does. He does swear sometimes. I gotta make a new sterilized bandage now because we just blew through that one. I'm gonna favor that because this has rippable qualities to it. We don't want it using that on accident. I need to start having my pickaxe out, I think, would be a smarter idea, but... oh well. We only got attacked. I think my encumbrance might have slowed me down. Immunocompromised. Yeah, I had to take care of those infections fast, because that could... We're kind of vulnerable at the moment to stuff like that, because we haven't been able to bathe in I don't know how long. Also hungry now. That's a little problematic. Okay, accounts for a little bit for food, mostly water. How are we on? I think we're fine on canvas, aren't we? Oh, we have a. Frick. That's an enemy. Is he behind the wall? I don't think he can get us here. I think he's behind the wall. We're fine. You have something very important to say. What is that? Hello? And then, guys, Andrew's getting corrupted again. I think he needs a reboot. The hands aren't working. I see. That's normal? That's not wrong. How are my bags? Fine. That's not the right liquid. That's not water. That's oil. You don't want oil. Where's all the freaking water? I don't remember. Was this a dry desert? What's our time limit looking like? Oh, we gotta move. Oh, gosh. I don't like the look of this. That's not a mushroom. Also, I forgot to mention, oil. Did you hear oil? Yes. By the way, we found one of the rarest items in the game earlier, a trader had. It's known as a neural booster. Picture the mod, like the experimental Helldiver stim. If you know Helldivers, but permanent. That's also, I think, how we were able to resist that fall earlier so well. Is because he's, permanently boosted. In just every way. Like, big super soldier style. Stim, yes, you are in fact hearing, something similar to stims anyway. Now, I personally am going to choose to not use that item ever again, though. That is not worth going for. Because if I try to use it again, I will probably go blind. Or Jackson will probably go blind. And bad things will start to happen. We gotta find water in, like, some... Ooh, that's a shade crawler. That's a spooter. Fortunately, he's a little stupid. Gosh, I'm not... the turbulent crystal mixed with the neural booster is going really wild. That's horrifying. I don't feel like... outside of getting some cactus fruit. I almost touched cactus, like, with myself. That was not fun. That was almost very unfun. There's no landmines, right? No landmines? I don't see a landmine. Does stone fruit count as a produce? Does that count as produce? It does in fact count as produce. Oh, we see plastic, which I think is over there. Oh, no, I didn't call Jackson stupid. I called the spider stupid. There's a very big difference. Actually, his intelligence is 13. I think that's getting into the upper... That actually might be getting into the upper threshold of XP intelligence. So... You see, the shade crawlers in this game, they kind of just go wherever without a lot of reason to it. That is just piling up. We gotta move, because that's gonna overflow at some point, that oil. Let me just squeeze in here. Did he leave? Oh, the shade crawler left. Oh, we have to sleep now? That's a no-no. Now, we're gonna drink some coffee. We're gonna drink some coffee. We're not going to bed yet. We are not ready to go to bed yet. More shotgun rounds. That's a wrong bag. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. We should start having our shotgun out going forward. So, you know, I could have taken care of that one enemy with a shotty. A buckshot to the face would have done it for that guy. I am dumb sometimes. Depends on the day. Oh, there he is. They want to see something awesome. Oh, I think the shade crawler might have an idea of what's about to happen. But this is gonna be very loud. Oh, he's going. Oh, he's out of here. He's gone. This one might not be as stupid as I thought. Let's see, can I hit that? Oh, I can't see him. I don't know if he's actually there anymore. Shot it. Well, shot it. That's how I say it. That's the redneck way of saying it. That's the loose redneck way of saying it. Shot it. You know what I mean? It's like loose. That's a loose tongue way to say it. Well, yeah, it is a shotgun. But to be actually, this is a pump action shotgun. If we're gonna get specific. Oh, we're a little sick. We better not drink too much juice. I don't know where the shade crawler went, nor am I concerned about where he went. Oh, we're sick from the, coffee. That's right, we drank coffee earlier. Oh, we're not touching that thing. I see that launch pad. We're gonna be a little careful of that. Let me get out? No. I don't think I will. Also, go where? Where would I get out to? We do, in fact, need a shower. That's oil. That's still oil. That's not Not what we're looking for. Alright. That should at least cover us with the food for a while. We just gotta watch the pain levels. Because it's a little not fun to eat those. There's the emergency light. I just ditched that because we're not going to need it anymore. Ooh. Hey, I'm going to get the pickaxe out for this part. Wait, that's just another, wait, that's not my emergency flashlight. That's another emergency flashlight. It's 1% on it. That poor guy had a time with oil. Oh, that's a life pod. Oh, there's a guy in there, too. We can get that mushroom as produce, so we can make more juice. We can get the cactus real quick, and then we'll go to that life pod, take a shower. So I'll make some more juice. And we're set on clean water for a little bit. My goodness, my movement is ridiculous. Just kind of looking around. There's nothing that's really dangerous near this life pod, is there? Oh, that's the fact that I'm melting. Like, extreme heat. Might want to make another one of these. Add start in 5 minutes. No, we're not. No, we're gonna turn that off. Also, fun fact: you don't want to walk into someone's house with a shotgun in your hand. That kind of freaks people out, or the survivors out anyway. I'm not even gonna bother breaking the glass. We're just gonna, we're gonna squeeze through. We are taking a shower, like, right now. What does this guy have? Food? That's really good. Milky, I feel like, always has really good stuff here. He has a whole box of ammunition. For the shotgun. We'll start by getting rid of the stuff I just don't think we're gonna need. Like the turbulent crystal. We're gonna lose that soon. Alright, time to decide what we're gonna get rid of. I could make multiple sterilized bandages and give it to him. Wish I had that assault rifle to still hand out. I might get rid of this mushroom. Well, we don't need the brown cap. I got tough calls to make here. We could... Oh, wait, you know what? If we... No, the sling bag's not worth crap. We could get rid of the antiseptic bottle. Although, I think making bandages would be a better call, because we could then sell him one of these. We could just sell him the sterilized bandage. We can literally buy that backpack by just making more. And we just use sterilized dressing with the alcohol or the other stuff. And we can just sell it to him. We have so much canvas, it's not even a problem. And now I can transfer everything in my backpack to this. That's a backpack upgrade. brain grow, anti-rad, all like we now have a full medical bag. Which I almost kind of want to convert maybe into something not medical. Maybe this has better encumbrance stuff, so maybe we turn that into an hour. Maybe not. 25 minutes. You know what? Oh, we can put the shoddy in there now. Wow, this holds a lot of stuff. Medical and tools. Okay. You know what? Let's make a new bag. We're gonna put some of the medical, except maybe like the bone welding tool. I'll put the LRD, the anti-rad, the brain grow in case like something happens to our head, like medicine, the tourniquet. We're gonna put all that in there except the bone weld tool. I'm gonna shift some tools like the wrench. Poor filter straw, that thing is toast. Never got a chance to really use it much in this biome. We're gonna move that to the backpack, move the ice pack there. Let's put the wound glue in the medical bag. We're gonna actually start organizing my crap. I have all the tools in one place now. Can I just sell him the sleeping pills? I never use these. You can buy cereal from him. These are cheap. Oh, we're actually really tired. We need to sleep. We probably need to sleep because we're losing consciousness now. We can actually buy his 12 gauge box. This has a lot of rounds in it. So I don't like the 12 gauge box. It's not very useful. So what I'm gonna do is just take all the ammo out of it by using it. And we're just gonna, we just got so much shotgun ammo from that. Holy crap, that's a lot of ammunition. I don't think we're gonna have a problem with ammo for a while. Now I really would like to actually buy some other stuff from him though. Like I'd like to maybe sell. We need the claw pack. We could sell. What could we sell? We could sell another bandage. We could make another sterilized bandage and sell it to him. Because he has a little more capacity left for stuff. We do not want to use the garbage bag. Let's favorite that. What is it trying to use that's rippable? It's trying to use the fanny pack. It is trying to use the fanny pack. That's why I like this. That's one thing I like about the QOL mod. It, like, tells me, like, specifically what it's trying to use. Like, it gives me a preview of what the crafting is going to end up using. So that way, like, okay, for example, it's telling me it's going to try to use the wound glue as an antiseptic when I have literal antiseptic and a bottle of alcohol that can do the same thing. I'm gonna buy his iced tea. Drink it. Might make you a little sick, but it gives me the water and food I need. I'm gonna get sick from the cookies too, though, but that's okay. Food is food. Well, we got a ton of shotgun ammo from this guy. From the survivor over here. So we also got a ton. He had a lot of really useful things. Recipe for regular pickaxe. Okay. Bit of a gamble with that one, but we can't really sell much else to him at this point. I can get rid of my old sling bag, I guess. I don't think there's anything else I can buy for free. Also, we got some food and water from him. Or at least a water equivalent. I gotta watch how much I'm eating and drinking here. I'm getting a little sick. Also, lore item. Okay, let's put a battery in there. Maybe not, like, let's put a used battery. Email, 25. Bunch of numbers I'm not reading. Subject, corrupt. From corrupt to corrupt. Good morning. As per my last email, I am highly concerned with the rate at which our manufacturing division is producing designs for plush toys. I understand that having multiple sapient designs has been good at diverting attention to our current objectives, along with confusing any attempts at leaking information. I've ran ballpark numbers, and I've noticed that of our current budget, 43.7% of it is going towards research and development for these toys. As you should know, we've already been dealing with a deficit thanks to the food we've been importing for the Sonians. I understand that keeping the public in the dark about our actions is the primary agenda, but we could be spending on actually feeding the specimens and avoiding any unrest within them. I see little reason to be funneling this much money into these toys. Regards, corrupt, 0x00, corrupt. Memory access violation. I feel like, did this game predict... This game came out after... Wait, did this game come out before... Was this dialogue written before or after that one plush company went under? That tried to make that game and then there ended up being a whole scandal? That and this might end up predicting what's about to happen to OpenAI. I feel like this particular bit of dialogue is gonna age like wine. I don't know why. Also, why am I over encumbered? How much percent? 34%. It should be fine. We have a neural booster, right? We should be okay. Should be okay. Also, wait. I just realized. I have something in my hand. I had something in my hand. What did I have in my hand? I should probably maybe carry the shotgun in my hand at this point. It might be... Oh, frick. Oh, that's right. We burned our flashlight. So, guess what? Time to pull out the new one. Also, we could stop. Would it be faster to go through there now? Wasn't there something I wanted? There was something I wanted to, like... Oh, hold on. I need to, like... Before I leave, let's just crank the AC on in this pod down. We have 45 minutes left in this biome. We're fine. We're just a little sick. To the stomach from all the garbage we ate. And drank. Oh, that's right. There's actually a rose light up there. We don't even need the flashlight out right now. sand rose. We can make a rose light out of it. I'm gonna make another foliage rope. I feel like we're gonna go through these. I think actually we have gone through them, and I also need to start making new canvas because we're. I would like to see what's up there, but I don't think we need anything up here. I see a bad thing. I'm seeing nothing of value up there, though. Nothing worth going out of my way for. I genuinely don't know where to go here. Like, I don't know what the best course of action is going to end up being. We're just going to kind of look around. I'm keeping the shoddy out, though, in case I see a bad guy. Because that's a non-0% chance. Or a landmine. We could also use this against landmines. Oh, hey, speaking of a bad guy, there's one over there. Yeah, this doesn't really work well at range, I don't think. Hit, don't miss. Ugh. Ho, 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 ho. Hey, you know what I was talking about with the landmines? Yeah, there's one right there. Holy crap. Hey, I don't... Hold on, can I shoot it from here? Can I shoot this from up here? To answer my question, yes, I can. Holy crap. So we almost just stepped on a landmine. I almost just had something blown off by a landmine. That was not gonna be fun. That's terrifying. That's genuinely terrifying. Alright, time to shove a bunch of cookies in my mouth. Down my throat hole, and then we move on. I really need to find better food sources, though, because the cookies are not... I don't think the cereal's gonna work well, either. There's a shotgun casing. What is it? You guess? What am I guessing? The ocean is in fact wet. Wait, is this gonna turn into the water is wet debate again? I'm gonna have to get used to this being the tool backpack now. It's an abandoned pod. We don't have to worry about the gun. We do need to worry about getting in there quick, though, because... Uh-oh. Oh, I think we might have gotten sick from the cookies. Oh, we're now doing bad on food. Alright, that might have taken care of my hydration. Which we're gonna lose a little bit from the cereal, but... At least the cereal is bland and doesn't make us sick. That was a really unfortunate time to get sick, though. A little unfortunate. Okay, so I'm gonna have to try to squeeze in there. Get through 2 crates so I don't burn to a crisp. From the air conditioner being on heat by default in the desert for some reason, because that's a thing. that a new... That's a new tourniquet, right? Let's replace the old tourniquet we used. How do you say this? Balaklava? It's additional armor. Might be too hot to wear in the desert, though. Oh, does it have a hood? Oh, it's got a hood a little bit, too, I think. A little extra protection. Hold on, wait. Protection 25%. Oh, it actually protects my head a tiny bit. Okay. That might be worth... We have an ice pack. That might be worth it. Plastic bag. That's new. Oh, hey, we can replace the other one. That's neat. Also, wait, wouldn't this be a tool? That should go in the tool backpack. Even though it's, like, only used for crafting right now. Arena called Tribute to Melee. Everyone leaves because they don't want to play the characters for Melee. Are they leaving or are you kicking them? These are the important questions. Okay, we already knew that one, unfortunately. They rage quit. Oh. It's just a typical online game experience. Well, welcome to the typical online gaming experience. How sleepy am I? Oh, we're gonna be sleepy soon enough, but I don't know if I want to stay in this pod. I'm getting out the shotgun. And my flashlights. Wait. Actually, I need the light bulb. We need the light bulb. That'd be a good idea. Take the battery. Also, there's a lore item in here, I just realized. We'll use a used battery. Email. Subject, regulations approval. From corrupt to corrupt. I just got off a holo call of the National Regulation Board. The food teleportation systems are good to sell. Now we can really push that single-use packaging ban. And give that our, Fuchs boxes already resist spoilage, food waste, and our unprofitable years will be a thing of the past. And with how lazy people are nowadays, we can certainly adapt this tech to other things. Don't forget to strengthen the thermal shielding of the drop box. Failure rate is less than 1/500, but still, as you know, when E equals MC2 and C is so large that means just the mass of a raisin collapsing into a black hole immediately within 10-ish seconds, 25 to 25 seconds. Evaporate to Hawking radiation and generate the energy equivalent to a nuclear bomb dropped on Hiroshima. Our systems for reversing the teleportation when this happens are getting better and can take away most of that energy, but we can't let any more leak out. Serendipitously, that solves our abnormally high food usage problem. For now. No one will question why our food delivery department is using food. You ever wonder, in an alternate universe, we would have pursued that infinite energy idea? We're gonna shower, cool off, and leave. We gotta find food. That's been our biggest struggle in this biome. Which is ironic, because my quest was to actually make food long-term, but I've been just struggling just to, like... Oh, gosh. That's a bear trap down there. That is the last thing we need right now. That's also why I put the safety on. This is why the safety... I accidentally almost just used my shotgun. That's why the safety is a thing in this game. I'm getting rid of this. Kieran, that's really good scrap metal from that. What the heck? Do we have room for scrap panel? Do we need more scrap panel? We might actually need more scrap panel. We actually might need some of that. I don't know if we're going to carry all of it necessarily, but... like, in the long term, but we should probably have some on our person. Actually, sleeping here would actually be a really good idea. If it wasn't for the food problem. Honestly, I might... do we have any fruit juice? No, I honestly, I'm gonna drink... Oh. Geo pouch is full now. We might have to get rid of some stuff at some point. But right now, we're fine. We need to eat, though. That's the big thing we need is food. I think Melee, honestly, it doesn't need justice. That's the thing. Oh, that guy's got to go. Yeah, he's dead. He's a little dead. Just a little dead. I have coffee in case we need it. I'm gonna check these items. That is clean water, off-brand stimulant, oil. What a weird mix. Oh, I cheesed it. Oh, we cheesed it. Not worth it. I might have to use some of that coffee. I hate to say it. What is that? Anti-rad? That's a lot of anti-rad. I do want to, like, go to sleep here, but, like, I also would like to have food in my stomach. And water. Oh, okay, that solves the food problem. I don't know if I want to take the med kit. That's gonna solve our food issue. I'm gonna put the shotgun away. I might carry the med kit temporarily, just to, like, literally carry the food. Okay, well, we solved the, problem with the, let's sleep on the sand. Let's not sleep on the, tile there. How much time we have left? 30 minutes? We're fine. Swirl's light's dead, by the way. That is no good now. Or ragdoll, just to make sure we're not gonna, like, fall somewhere dumb. Alright, time to conk out. Boop. But no, honestly, Melee is, like, beloved. Smash Melee is a beloved game. Like, it doesn't honestly need that much justice, if any at all. Is people love that one. Like, to this day, it is still aged well. And for good reason, it's a fun one. It's a fun game. So, you know, for good reason. It's beloved for a good reason. We're now good on food, but now water is our problem. It's always something. I'm taking that digestion crystal. Might as well, even if we don't use it. Decreases sickness while stored in my body. Not in a container, though. That's good if I, like, need to eat something dumb. Anti-serum. Bruise kit. I guess we'll hold on to those. Never mind. Maybe not the extra bruise kit. That's a lot of oil. That's that guy. That's a launch pad. We're gonna not waste. Well, actually, let's store that. We might need that for water. If we can find food. Is that a mushroom behind this guy? Uh-oh, it is. Can I reach it without hitting him? I feel like just letting his corpse be. Not messing with it. I need the mushrooms. That might have been an enemy. I think it was an enemy. It is no longer, in fact, an enemy. Alcohol. How much content does that have over there? Can I see it? Alcohol. We could actually use that to replenish our alcohol. What is this? Not helpful. That's like nothing in it. Oh, there's an enemy over there. Hold on. We don't actually know. We don't have to engage. We don't have to worry about it. We don't have to engage him unless he engages us. I might want to have my shotgun out, but I kind of like holding on to the med kit for now. Can we make another produce juice bit? Or no? No. I don't think we need more canvas. We could take care of that enemy real quick, just in case he becomes a problem. I almost got hit in the head just now. Where'd he go, actually? Did he go up or down? I'm getting the shotgun out. Putting the flashlight in my mouth, we're getting the shotty. We have no idea where that enemy is, and that's a little concerning. Hey, I think I found him. I see those E's. We're bad on water. Shoot. I was hoping to hold off for a minute, but, like, we gotta drink this now. I have no idea that anyway. Did he go all the way? He might have ragged all the way down. He might have ragdolled all the way down there. I think he's out of here. Oh, no, he's over there. Nah, he's over there. We could just not go that way, honestly. I'd just rather not deal with it or waste my shotgun shells. Oh. Hey, that's a gun. Ooh, don't fall here. Especially if there's a wall-mounted turret. That's a wall-mounted turret. We're just not gonna mess with that. We're not messing with this. Don't feel like even though I have armor on, I don't feel like getting shot. Nothing of value here. Something's glowing. It might be a glow through. Can I make that jump? Oh, wait, this is the bottom. This is towards the bottom. I'm not really ready to leave. I'm honest. I want to see if I don't. There's not a lot of water. I want to see if I can find more fruit. There's a life pod that might be worth checking. I think I'm honestly gonna have to get rid of the med kit at some point. It's not a little annoying to deal with. Also, I have like a little more time in this layer before I run out of time completely. Okay, it's abandoned. I'm gonna put the flashlight away just in case I fall here, but you shouldn't fall. Should be fine. We're gonna turn that on to cold. There's several things happening in this pod. I'm really hoping one of these things in this pod is water. Well, we found food. And a ripped bag. Torch recipe, not very helpful, but this is useful. Hey, new med bag. I'm just gonna upgrade this. Or side grade that. Get rid of this foliage bag. And now a new backpack. The note is crumpled up and crushed, as if it was meant to be thrown away. My friend, I think they killed themselves. After another bad fall, I tried fixing up their legs. They kept telling me to go away. They kept shooing me away like some sort of fly. I'm gonna leave them alone. I didn't get it. I'll have to grab some of the plants here and to try to bandage them up, but came back, they had another wound. One on their arm. I still remember what it looked like. It was bad. Practically ripped apart. Tried to use the plants I found to fix up the new wound, but they kept pushing me away. Their eyes were just looked empty. Told them to stop and just let me help, but they didn't respond. Tried to help a couple more times, and they shoved me away until they just stopped. I remember seeing their body relax, and I think that's when they stopped breathing. I can't get that image out of my head. Did I do something wrong? I swear I didn't. What did I do wrong? Why did I do that? I didn't do anything. I don't understand. I don't want to die. I don't. It's so lonely in here. There's faint, dried teardrops and dry blood riddled among the wrinkled up note. It's definitely one of the more somber ones. Somber notes in this game. It hits on... This is a real thing people go through, and even in real life. I mean, I know this game is like dystopian nightmare type stuff. It's a little more extreme in this game, but this is pretty realistic to what happened in real life, too, to some degree. Maybe not to that dystopian extreme, but it's on real issues. Subject. Too late for your questions. From researcher to psychologist. I'm writing this to let you know that all the Sonians that rioted last week have already been euthanized. I'm afraid you will not be able to get your questions in. They were already interviewed thoroughly, and they confessed that everything they knew came from Saw 3. So that mystery is solved. Concerningly, some of the scientists they killed were their own handlers. They admitted to targeting them on purpose. I heard security will be tightened up, so hopefully this mess will not happen again. Regards, a researcher. End. Once again, forgetting where I put my tools. I'm gonna hold off on the water for now, unless I can find something. I think we do need to probably get out of here, though. Like, sooner than later, because we are gonna start having some issues. That's a landmine, not going up there. We're really close to layer's edge here. So this is when the audio starts giving some weird issues. Oh, frick. Hey, I messed up. I apparently had a bottle of biochemical mixed in somehow mixed in with the fruit juice, so that completely just invalidated all that fruit juice I just made. I really would like to find water-like sources before I leave, but I don't know if that's going to be an option here. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, that's an interesting spot to get hit in the head. Oh, minor bleeding. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. Just Might need to disinfect that with plants. Little pain, but that's not too bad. Use the old rag, wrap it up. I don't think we're going to be able to get any more water supply before we leave, unfortunately. I really wanted to do that, like before we left. Oh, hold on, there might still be hope for that. We're a little down bad on all that stuff, but at least we can make some processed stuff. Some processed juice before we leave. Also just straight up eat this stuff. I just don't want to leave on an empty stomach. Sleepy, huh? Well, let's make some temporary fruit juice. Put that in another bottle temporarily. I'm taking one of these rose pods just in case. I'm taking one of the rose pods. Because I don't know, the problem is I don't know what layer's next. Oh gosh. We gotta be really careful with that one. Because if we get... I don't feel like getting struck by a cactus, so we gotta be a little careful as I try to break that one for food. Like water supply. Oh, frick. I think we'll camp here for tonight. So what I'll do is make the processed fruit juice. So what I'll do is make the campfire. And I'm just going to make all that refined juice. I'll just drink a crap ton of it. Also counts as food. Oh, I think I left the light. I don't think I left it on, but I had it in my hand. So we'll have to deal with water problems in the next biome. I think, honestly, we might have a better shot in the next biome with water at this point. putting the flashlight on the belt, and I'm just going to take an extra couple rose pods, and we're going to save and leave at this point. We have plenty of food. And our bellies right now. We're fine. We're going to check that item down there, and then maybe that one. I might just check this one. Oh. Okay, new wrench. We could just swap out our current wrench. Blood bag might be good in tool/medical. So that might actually come in handy. We're gonna probably get rid of the medkit soon. Like at some point. I might put the refined juice in here just so it's somewhere stable. Keep that, and we're good. At this point I think we're just gonna I'll let that drop, and we're gonna skip layer now. We're gonna leave. Oh, okay. That's a little unfortunate. I don't even know how that hit me. Wet candy bar. Okay, we'll put that in there. Whoa, that's a weird mix of food item. I mean, it's technically edible. That's right. It's not like jacked up. Soda, cereal, and olive oil. It's a weird mix, but that actually might come in handy. That one soda bottle, but we're gonna carry that. I might honestly get rid of the rose pot in favor of this. Oh, what the heck? What the heck, dude? I got bit by a spider. That's kind of crap, dude. Okay, that's a little silly. Just put that for a minute. Let's get the antiseptic. That's gonna hurt a little bit. Alright, let's bandage that up. Where's that old rag? We're gonna bandage my head again. Gosh darn it. Where's that friggin' thing? I don't want to waste this pod, but I'm going to. Hold on, I'm getting the shotgun. Actually, I'm getting the pickaxe. I'm not even gonna waste the shotgun shell on this guy. I am not even wasting that. Gosh darn it. Okay, well, I'm trying not to take too long here, but I'm trying to also get some food before I leave. Put a road. Can we not put that in there? No. Okay, well, we're gonna hold this then. You put it in a bag of any kind? Oh, it's 2.3 units. What's the max capacity per item? 1.5. Oh, we just have to, like, get less in there. Well, it takes care of, like, it's disgusting food and water, but it's food and water. The olive oil might be a weird taste, but, like, mixed with the cereal. But it's food. I'm not taking this whole barrel, though. How many units can we like, fit this anywhere? Oh, we can put that in there. We can just hold the other one. It's a weird mix. It's not gonna taste great, but it's, you know, it's food. It's food and water. Hello, yo-yo. That really filled me up. It's a little disgusting. It's a little meh. It works, though. It's good food, water. It's cheap, and it's free. Wait, hold on. Might be better to do that. Then we have more. It's a weird mix, but it's not like it's not sickening though. All right, now moment of truth. Now here's the problem: we're doing a random layer run, so we can't just go to the next layer the traditional way. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one tonight. I don't know. I got to do random. We're gonna pull up random.org. Pick a number between 0 and 4. Oh, okay. Well, I know what the next biome is. Skip layer 1. So we're going to the deep gravel lands next, which is actually that's an easier biome. Okay, well, we are now in the deep gravel lands. I don't know what the spawn's exactly going to look like next time, but we are now in the deep gravel lands, so it's kind of like the first level in the game, except a little bit harder and maybe a little bit... You basically can't see the outside world. I think what we're going to have to do next time is we're going to have to maybe make a container for this to go into. And just maybe dump some of it out so that we can just not have other liquid get in there. Might require... Honestly, I might have to get some stuff out of the med kit. Like, these are really heavy, so we can get rid of the crystals or even move them around. Or just hold them. The rose pods. Not that we need it, because we have a flashlight. Not that we really need both, but we're set for the next round. We ended up not having to worry about the time limit. I guess the next question is, do I continue? It would take me probably another, I don't know, a good while. I could. I'm also playing this again tomorrow, possibly tomorrow. Honestly, this run has gone surprisingly well. The fact we found a neuro booster was stupid crazy, but now we're in the 110% difficulty threshold going forward. Now this is what the next level is going to be. I gotta figure this out, because I don't know if I want to do another run, because I don't know. It's very time consuming if I do that. Let's see. Honestly, I might stop for the night, honestly. I'm thinking about it. I'm trying to decide what to do, because it's like, I'm also trying to consider what I'm going to do the rest of the night, like after, like before I get ready for bed and just like go to bed. Also, welcome back. I think I'm considering wrapping up for the night, because I think, it's like, here's the thing, I could, like, just wrap up now, because the problem is, it's gonna be another, like, good hour and a half, 2 hours, if I continue. But I'm also a little on the fence, because at the same time, I'm thinking my life choices through. If I go to bed now, or start getting ready for bed now, these are the adult choices you have to make sometimes in life. Like, do I choose to get extra sleep, or do I, like, am I just gonna, like, be bored out of my mind and not be able to sleep right away? Or, like, what? Or do I just wrap up some work stuff and then go to bed? Is the problem is this game's a little bit. It's a fun game, but like, if you're playing like not just saving the middle of a layer, you gotta like actually with scum saves, you gotta like actually commit like a good couple, like a good hour or so per layer. Or 2 hours if you're like me and you're weird and you change the time limit. Honestly, I might end it on a good note with the run tonight. I might actually end it. I'm a little personally, I don't know what it is about today. I'm just a little tired today. And I think I'm just gonna personally wrap up for the night. I have decided I'm just gonna wrap up whatever work stuff I have to do off stream. And I'm just gonna go to sleep. I think that's the strategy. So I think instead we're gonna go straight to closing notes. So the run surprisingly went well. We got lucky and found the weirdest food source, like food and water source, which ironically we really didn't need for the next layer, but we didn't know what the layer was going to be yet. I think I've also learned I might need to start going through the desert biomes a little more quickly, because water tends to be a problem. And I also I need to like in the next run, like next time around, like in the deep gravellands, I need to figure out food water supplies for the long term for the game. I think that's going to be the key to not having a rough time. Is that. That said, closing note time. So, Helldivers. Speaking of expendable characters, we're gonna be playing Helldivers tomorrow, starting at 7:30 p.m. EDT. We're doing Helldivers again because it went pretty well last time. Yes, democracy. It's like saying democracy with your mouth full. And then, speaking of Casualties Unknown, there's a chance we're gonna be, yeah, I'll accept the gift. Maybe I'll do it like once. Hold on. Let me open Steam real quick. Hey, I'm glad, and thank you for guys for showing up. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This run went surprisingly well. Jackson didn't get shot. In this run, which is good. He had a couple falls, but no injuries. That might be due to the neural booster we found. But yeah, we're potentially playing Casualties Unknown again tomorrow. As well, like after Helldivers. So it's gonna be later than this one, even. Actually, no, I take that back. It might be about the same time. Yeah, I finally accepted the gift, at least on my main account. Asterisk, by the way, when I start that single player segment, if we do it, it's gonna depend on the demand for Helldivers. I will say this, we had such a good demand last time, I actually had to once again start it late. Actually, that's been happening a lot with the viewer segments. We've been having such good success with the attendance, like for the players showing up and wanting to play, that like I actually had to cut a single player segment this week. Because of the demand, which is by the way, that's a good problem to have. It's a good problem. That is the kind of stuff you want happening. Suffering from success. Also Saturday, Mario Kart on Saturday. For those, that's gonna be at 10 p.m. EDT because I always have to do those segments late. So we got weekend is Helldivers, maybe Casualties Unknown, depending on how Helldivers goes, and then we got Mario Kart. That's our lineup for those of us live. By the way, if you're watching this in the future, that is just all irrelevant information, most likely. Probably not relevant information. Additional closing notes. Hey, if you want the time limit mod that I just talked about, it's not on Nexus mods yet. I'm gonna be uploading that probably over the weekend. I think it's safe to say the DLL is working as intended with Beppin EX. I think that's working as intended, at least enough. If you want it early, there's a Google Drive link for those of us live right now. You could technically try to manually put that in the future. It might be dated. Some of that stuff might be dated in the future, by the way. So I'll try to include some of that in the description of these videos. I'll try to, at least, maybe for some of these newer ones. Whenever I actually get to re-uploading these things onto YouTube, which I've been very bad about getting around to. Custom lang file, you can find that. If you want to, the language is a little toned down compared to the original one. So, and there's also just a couple other tweaks that you might have seen on stream. So if you want the lang file I used on this broadcast, you can find that there. You don't need mods to use that. It's just a lang file. It's just a JSON text file you can just swap out and it works. And also all the settings are in a text doc I'm using on this run are in a text document, so you can find all those there as well, along with the mod, which is not on Nexus yet. I will be getting to that over the weekend, but that is not there yet. Also, that really daunting bit of lore note about the other experiment who basically witnessed another one he was with, like, literally croak unalive himself in real time. That note just reminds me of something important, which is that depression's a real thing. Like, this is the sort of stuff I've experienced, and this is the sort of thing that, like, I've had other people in my life, multiple, including today. I've said several people, saw several people talking about that today. And that just reminds me, like, first of all, I know there's the toll-free number you can call, like the helpline. Right? Yeah, I think it's the chair. I think it's because I was, like, leaning like this, so looking at the camera, so it's like, that's why it looks a little off. Weird perspective stuff. But anyway, like I was getting at, so depression, like the story of, like, the experiment, like literally witnessing a suicide of his buddy. It just reminds me. I know there's, like, the toll-free number, which is a good resource. There's a lot of good resources out there. If you need help, you should absolutely call that. Actually, let me put that in the chat. Suicide hotline, I believe, is what it's called. So, like, if you really need it, like, call 988. But I also want to say, if you are struggling with depression, like, if you're just having a hard time, like, this is dead serious moment here. Dead serious here. Like, if you just need someone to, like, message just about what's going on, and, like, if you want to, like, if you just need to go into detail, you just need someone to talk to about it. Like, my DMs, my whispers are open, my DMs are open. Even for those watching in the future, this is probably not going to age. This is not going to age poorly. Most likely. You can just DM me now, even if you're watching this in the future, if you're watching this right now. Like, send me a message, like, shoot me a message if you just need someone to talk to, and just, if you're having a hard time. Because I've been there, I've done that. I've been through darker times than this, to the point where, like, there was a period of my life where people literally did not feel comfortable leaving the room. They did not feel comfortable leaving the room because that was how bad it was. Because they were worried I would do something to myself. A lot like that little Lord note. I still to this day have the scars on my left arm from where I had the depression moments. So, like, and listen, anything you send to me, like, even if it's really personal or detailed, unless you say otherwise, like, that will stay in the confines of that DM. Of that message, that whisper message, whatever it is. Like, I will not say a word about it. I'll listen, and then I'll like, and I won't try to give you advice unless you ask for it. Like, I just genuinely be there. Just you need someone to talk to. And also, I will pray for you personally. You know, it's funny. It's just funny you said that. I was just gonna say, like, I will not only, like, if you message me, I will not, if you're having a hard time, let me know. I'm already praying for a lot of you anyway, with this sort of stuff. Everyone who just talked about tonight, you're already on my mind. And it probably been on my mind. Also, I'm curious, what do you mean you had someone ruin a DM for you? But anyway, like I said, for those, like, this game hits on some real problems. This is one of them. I think it's just a good opportunity, just to say, if you need someone to talk to about it, or just shoot a message, like, I'll respond to it too. It might take me a little time. You got lied to. Yeah, I've had that. Like, were they like making up info? Like, making up having issues? Like, so they lied about, like, having actual problems and they didn't have problems? Like, it was like an attention grab kind of thing? Being blown out of proportion. Yeah, I've had that. I actually, 100%, yeah, I've had that happen too. It's easy to tell. Actually, I gave someone in a DM crap for that. Because it was a little Timmy, and they, like, were making up a fake scenario. I didn't know that at the time, but it turns out they were making up this, like as if their home life was really, really bad, like, and dangerous. I'm not gonna go into too many details, but basically they were claiming that their home life was, like, actually a danger, and so I was straight about to get the feds involved. So I started questioning just to make sure it was legitimate. I started questioning it and, like, just asked them, like, questions like, okay, what's going on right now, blah blah blah, and then it ended up being crap. It just ended up being crap. Like, it wasn't real. Like, they started, like, just the lies started just not making sense. To which I said, hey, that's not okay. You can't do that. I think the biggest gist of it is, once you know, you don't have to, like, you can you need to put the boundaries up, because that's narcissistic red flags when people start doing that. What I've learned as well is, if I'm unsure about something like that, they're just making... They also... Oh, well... Yeah, that'll do it. Good parenting, though, on that. That was a good parenting call. I don't mess around with depression stuff, man. I'll tell you that. That's one thing I don't frick around with. I'll say this, one bit of advice for that sort of stuff. If you ever have someone, if you're just not sure, like, I'm a skeptic. I'm a skeptic type. Like, I'm always skeptical of people. I have to work on that sometimes. I've been having to work on that with God, because I am a very big skeptic type. Like, I'm very skeptical of people's intentions a lot of the time. I always tend to be more on the negative bent. But I think the best thing you can do, if you're unsure or just don't know, with messages like that, like, okay, like, let's say tonight someone sends me a thing. If it's a regular, I'm gonna assume it's, like, not BS. But if I'm unsure, I just assume that, like, what they're saying is true until they prove otherwise. That's what just for anyone out there who maybe has a harder time reading that sort of stuff, just assume it's not BS until the lies start to kind of unfold on themselves. Because lies, that's the thing about lies. And honestly, yeah, honestly, gut feeling, especially if it's from the Holy Spirit, that'll always just kick in and usually prove it. Because here's the thing, nothing stays hidden forever, is what I found. Nothing can be hidden from the light forever, especially if God's in the picture. Like, he'll reveal that crap. Like, usually it just happens from sheer stupidity, I found. What I've witnessed. Like the lies I've witnessed, they just start to unfold. I've had family members have this happen, where, like, it just starts, like, the lies eventually just start to stack and stack. And you stack too many lies, eventually the tower crumbles. It has no foundation to it. So, the stories start to not make sense, holes start to show up, whole thing falls apart. Yeah, that's why I'm honest to a fault. That's why I'm the same way. Guys, this is why I have jokes about, like, for example, I'm literally looking at my monitor right now and I'm seeing commands that I need to add, and some of them are from 3 months ago. I'm actually a little scared that I have a command that was redeemed 3 months ago and I haven't, like, done it yet. Yeah, it's always like that. I need to work on those tomorrow. Now that we, hey, good news. Hey, speaking of not lying, we untaxed fraud enhanced taxes from ChatGPT. I helped with that. And then, well, we got them filed today. It's completely off, topic here. But we got them filed and paid, so we don't have to worry about that now. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, okay, listen, it's like, well, it's like when it comes to jokes, especially if it's like public, you gotta be careful of that sort of stuff, because that is a real thing. Like, even I make jokes about depression sometimes, because I've had experience with it, but it's like when it comes to stuff like that, you gotta just read the room. And you gotta be really specific. Like, there are certain, like, I'll make comments about, oh, this guy's on this or whatever, just like joking. I try not to do that too much though, because that can get a little too negative. So I try not to do that as much. But you gotta read the room. Like, you gotta like read the room with it. Like, there are certain families or people I will never mention that to, because there's like history with that, and I will never make like jokes like that. It's like around certain people. You just gotta read the room when it comes to like jokes with alcohol and things like that. There's a time and place for certain things, and there's a time and place not to use those things. Also, context. Context is important too. Also, that's one thing I like. Especially one thing I like about this game, is that it doesn't like. It has some of those references in there. Like, it hits on depression, but it doesn't like do it in a stupid way. Like, you saw like the lore dialogue, that one note tonight, in there. Like, it doesn't mess around with it. Like, it's like it takes it seriously when it needs to. Also, this game, with like, you know, yeah, exactly. Also, I think from what I read in a comment on the video, actually, the video that led me to discover, gotta find what that creator was that helped me discover this game, because I found it through a random YouTube pool. And someone in the comments was like, this is actually based on like the creator's like actual depression and like his actual issues with that have happened or had, or maybe still are. I'm not really sure. It's like, that's also probably part of why it's based on like real experience with it. From this, now this is secondhand info, so take this with a grain of salt. But I would assume that would be correct. Just from like looking into like the lore of the game and like the dialogue, like it seems pretty accurate. Yeah, especially with like heroin, like especially with like that, like the stuff that's like, you know, underworld type stuff, like with heroin, like the underworld heroin, like that stuff's not a joke. And I would obviously, and obviously I would never make any kind of those kind of jokes in front of like your family if we ever met you in real life. Let me tell you, Underworld Heroin, man. Ooh. Oh, is that Dungeon Crawler Carl? Need to check that out. I know you recommended that one. Well, you know what's funny? This game let me do a quick dive about history of drugs. And like heroin was actually like a morphine equivalent at one point. It was used like in the way morphine's used in hospitals now. Like apparently it was not always laced in like it was not always like sold with underworld like black market type stuff. It was actually like medically used for stuff. Might still be in some cases. I'm not really sure. When it gets used as much. But like it was actually considered like a miracle drug of its time. And then they found out eventually that it was really addictive. Oh, the chainsaw thing. Yeah, I know the chainsaw thing. Yeah, so that was a very I mean, granted, they were probably not quite as large as some of the modern ones, like that are meant for like trimming trees and things like that. Gosh, not having sterilization though in the medical world. That we're in a good time for that, honestly. At least people like are sterilized when they do this stuff. Like I know when I had my left shoulder worked on, like I know for a fact everything was completely sterile. Okay, well listen, I know it's kind of hey, speaking of this game's dystopian corporate funded nightmare. Listen, I know it's kind of an industry. That's the only downside. We have really great tech, medical tech. I'm not even gonna get into the spiel about medical insurance and like healthcare. That's a can of worms, especially depending on your region. This gets into a whole can of worms, which I'm not gonna get into because my goodness, it's a mess. Yeah, well, I guess they might have. Also, box fights have been around for ages. I don't know why they just made it an official thing. That's kind of an odd choice. I guess they just wanted something lower budget and quicker. Also, Ballistic, I heard, kind of sucked anyway. Rest in RIP Bozo mode will not be missed. I'm surprised they just straight up killed, like, rocket racing. Like, there's not even a way to play that. I'm surprised they didn't even just keep it running for now, even if it was bugged. Genuinely surprised. Yeah, it was boring. I played a little bit. It was solidly made. It was just boring. Like from when I played it, it wasn't very fun. That was my issue with it. It was kind of eh. Like I played it once, I was literally done. I never touched it after that. I'm not even joking. I didn't even do the ranked thing for it. But still, it's a shame you can't really play it anymore. Even though I probably wouldn't have like bothered with it. Also, I saw a thumbnail. I heard something about is Stop Killing Games making more like progress now? Like I haven't heard much about it. I thought I saw a thumbnail or something or like a headline. I haven't looked into it. Like is that actually making some headway? I haven't checked. I need to check on that. Either way, this is actually why we need Stop Killing Games, just for stuff like that. Just so we don't lose games. Also, I guess their little metaverse idea didn't really work out too well. Because like wasn't like all that like rocket racing, ballistic, all that stuff. Like and then there's that multiplayer like jam mode they had that kind of sucked, I heard. Oh, it's going to Parliament. Oh, so they're actually going to hear it. Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. What? That's pretty wild. Ubisoft probably deserves it, to be honest. They probably had it coming. I heard they did some shady stuff. Megacorp, I don't feel too bad for them. We'll see where that goes. I really hope it goes well. The stop killing games thing goes really well at the Parliament, though. Because if that goes well, that's gonna set a huge precedent for the future. Also, I had a neighbor. I wasn't able to overhear the conversation. I was busy doing stuff. Like I had to go in and get ready for stream, and do a few prep things of other work related stuff. From what I've heard the AI bubble is really close to popping. It's just a matter of time now. I've heard I heard OpenAI is having some big issues. I heard they're down bad. Again, I don't really feel bad. I don't really feel bad because they were not doing things right, like my neighbor was talking about with it. They were just software-wise not doing what they needed to do. Noted. What was happening with Claude? I heard there was some stuff going on with Claude. Listen, I'm just saying, guys. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. The source code got leaked. Wait, did it leak its own source code? Or did it just find a way to... It was a bad backend. Nah, that's not surprising. Do I need to pray for anything specific? Actually, you know what? Pray for my head and my... Pray for my head and just my health stuff. If you want something to pray for. That's really annoying to deal with. I have to constantly rest throughout the day. It's part of what I had to do before stream even. I had to literally lay down because my head was down that bad. I had to take aspirin before I got on. Might have to do it before bed depending on how bad it is. If anyone wants to pray for me for anything specific, it'd definitely be this, the thorn in my head. I have no idea. Doctors can't figure it out. I have the diagnosis unknown. I have no idea. No idea what it is. No doctor has been able to figure it out. We have no idea. All I know is it's kind of unpredictable. Lightheadedness, bad pain. If I were to use this game's metric, as a reference, I'd say it can range anywhere from 20 to 40% pain level. 40 being a really bad day. Somewhere between out of 100. Somewhere between that. Right now, I'd say it's right now it's I don't know. Maybe 5-10%. Once stream adrenaline wears off, that might get a little worse. Maybe 95% consciousness if we're going to use the game metrics. I'm going to use the game's metrics as an example because that's a really good way to describe it. I'd say somewhere in that. That can range 90% consciousness. I'm just using game terminology here as an example, but that's roughly how I can describe the feeling of it. No, that's the thing. I mean, stress maybe if it's stress induced, but not really. I find voice chat, it can mess the ADHD a little bit sometimes, but not usually. Like, that usually doesn't impact... that usually doesn't impact my head levels, unless it's, like, really bad. Like, in there. But then again, that's just more general work stress. That's not really, like, anyone specifically causing that. Also, I've just played this game, which has really loud sounds, and that doesn't bother me either, so I don't think that's necessarily the problem. That's why I stopped playing Fortnite as much, because that game just got too stressful for me. And sweaty. Got way too sweaty, too, and glitchy, but... Except that April Fool's update. That was a really good update. Oh, speaking of vibe coding, fun fact, do you know that mod, that time attack? Not time attack, gosh darn it. I keep calling it that. The time limit mod for this game I made. Fun fact, that was also vibe coded. Asterisk. Now, granted, I had to still go into the source code for this game and figure out, like, what value affected the time limit, so I did that myself. I also had to handhold the AI tool I was using, because it did try to get some things a little funky. Like, I had to also remove some unused stuff that wasn't, like, as optimized, so I had to optimize it myself, but I know nothing about C# code, so it was kind of nice for the syntax to not have to be handled myself. This kind of goes back to my point about, like, why companies like OpenAI are kind of doing the stupid when it comes to these tools. Because, fun fact, I ran a local model to do all that coding. The vibe code stuff. A model that could fit into my GPU in regular memory. Like, 0% online. It was all, like, based on Quen Nemotron, like the one from NVIDIA, that NVIDIA released. Scary local model, because that thing is really good, but really intensive. I mean, sure, it took like 10 minutes per response, but it worked, which is what was scary. I just told it what I needed it to specifically do, and if you know how to, like, prompt engineer well enough, it will actually do pretty good if you know how to use it. Which is kind of the problem with all these big companies. They're all these. I think that's what was happening with OpenAI. It's like, oh, hey, let's build a giant data center. You know what? We need more RAM, more data center. Instead of actually fixing the root of the problem, which is, like, we should be making these better, more optimized. That's what this local model basically is. They basically managed to get it to fit, like, a huge model to fit into consumer hardware. And it worked. Because I used zero OpenAI's BS to make it work. It was kind of just a proof of concept, mind you. This whole mod literally is just a proof of concept. Like, it was really more of a test to see what the local model could do, and I was scarily impressed with how good it was. Considering it's a vibe-coded, like, mess. Also, it was a really simple mod, though. Like, there really wasn't much going on. It literally is just telling the game to change a value, and that's it. Like, at boot. And make a config file. Which is mostly a Beppin EX mod loader thing. I'm getting very technical, but it was really stupid simple. I'm gonna repeat the closing notes because we went on this basically turned into a just chatting stream at the end here. So I'll get into some closing notes real quick. So, like I said, speaking of that thing I talked about, by the way, I don't recommend vibe coding too much. You should really not be using these tools to, you should not be using, you should use these to learn, which is what part of what I was doing, is trying to learn C# a little bit without taking 5 business days to do it. Just PSA, don't use these tools wrong. Because don't get too lazy. Like, I still had to do stuff manually because I didn't trust the AI tools. They're tools. Don't use them improperly. Because, like what happened with Claude, if it's all just vibe code nonsense, it's not going to be very good. Also, PSA, I'm not a developer. So I am very much not good at this sort of thing. So that is another thing to keep in mind. I only have very basic understanding of how this stuff works. Very basic. Anyway, game-related stuff. If you want that mod I just talked about, which, by the way, just changes the value at the start of the game. It's really not anything complicated. You can find that right there. It's on the Google Drive. I'll have it on Nexus Mods later this week. Hopefully. Lang file I used for the game. Current settings. This will be very dated info in the future. If you're watching this in the future. But if you want any of that stuff, you can find it there. Otherwise, listen, serious note, this game hits some pretty hard subjects, and it just reminds me once again, if you are having a hard time with like real world issues, like real depression, like if you're just having a hard time or been having a hard time, shoot me a DM. Like, shoot me a message. It will stay within the confines. It will stay within the confines of like that DM or message. Speaking of. Okay. Sid DM, I'm gonna look at that. Not the same topic, by the way, for those wondering. Okay. But yeah, seriously though, in all seriousness, speaking of which, I just got a message right now. I'll be looking at that after stream, like, in more detail. If you just need someone to just talk to you about it, without like judgment free, by the way. Like, just shoot me a DM. It's open. I will not, unless you say otherwise, I will not say a word about it. Nor talk about it on stream unless you like give me the green light. If you choose to do that. My Discord's open, my Twitch DMs, like whispers, those are open. If you just need someone, there's the 988 hotline if it's really bad. If you were thinking about actually taking your life, you should absolutely call that. If you're here in the States. If you're having a hard time with questions like that, like just shoot me a DM. Like, I am all ears. Even if it's just someone you just need to talk to in the moment about it. That being said, though, I'm going to go ahead and, on a less serious note, I'm going to go ahead and hop off for the night. So have a good one, everybody. If you're watching this in the future, this is going to either end or it's going to stop playing the video, depending on where you're watching this. For everybody else watching right now, we're going to be back with Helldivers and maybe more Casualties Unknown tomorrow. That's technically today. We're just going to call it next segment to prevent confusion. Next segment will be Helldivers. Might do Casualties Unknown after that, depending on how poppin' Helldivers is. And then we'll be doing Mario Kart after that on the next day. Something, look at the Discord if you want the schedule in your own time zone. That said, have a good one, everybody. I will see you in the next one. I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Have a good one. And I will see you in the next segment.